Liz Mihaly, the owner of Tranquil Soul Boutique, is joining us today on Awaken and Ascend. I am super excited for this topic because she's going to be sharing about the energy of crystals and how that can help us on our healing life journey and how to actually be able to tap into its energy. There are so many choices, Liz, of how we can work with the crystal. So I'm really excited to how we can really hone in on what would best support us on our life journey. But before we get into that, I'm really curious about how you got started on this path. What inspired you and lit your journey into crystals?
Well, it is a long story. I was going through a divorce, and I got really discombobulated. And between that and work and having shoulder surgery and just all of it came at once. And how do you handle all that? And it was odd because a gal I had met um, at a Christmas market, and this is 13 years ago. She was following me, and I'm looking at her going, "Why are you following me?" And she approached me and she said, "Hey, I'm a healer and a Reiki person, but I'm noticing your aura is black and very dark." And I'm like, "Uh-oh, okay, I get that." And she handed me a little labradorite, which I already was into labradorite and loved it. It's one of my favorite stones. And she said, "Here's my card as well. I want you to contact me later this afternoon." I said, "Great." So I did contact her, and she had talked to me about a whole bunch of different things that was going on with me. I never said a word to her, and yet she knew exactly what was happening, right?
Oh,
And it blew me away. And then she gave me a Reiki healing, and from there I blossomed into just honing in on crystals more and what they can do for me. And at that time my blood pressure was like 180 over 100, so stroke out time, right?
mm,
And I started doing that. I had to go on blood pressure medication, but I'm now at the point, was at my doctor, where I can get off the blood pressure meds. I'm down to 2.5 milligrams as well. And I really do give it to the crystals and their energy, the meditation, balancing my chakras, the whole 9 yards.
wow.
Yeah.
That's incredible. So, what did you have to do with the crystals to be able to bring your blood pressure down to a point where you don't need medication for it anymore?
Well, there's certain crystals that you have to use.
Mm-hmm.
And what I used was my labradorite with celestite and crazy lace agate, or I'm sorry, blue lace agate,
Mm-hmm.
to keep me calm all the time. And whenever I would feel like anxious or just nervous or anything, I would grab the stone and rub it.
Ah,
Okay.
mm-hmm.
And, within 2 or 3 minutes, it went away. Now, the other thing you have to do, okay, for example,
Mm-hmm.
you have to clear and smudge your crystals, right? Get all the bad energies out.
Mm.
And you have to put your own intention into each one. So, like for labradorite, for example, it is the stone of transformation. So,
Mm.
what I did with my labradorite was I put in there to transform my life into a beautiful, creative, um, way of life, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And I would say that affirmation every day, holding my crystal, and meditate with it. With my blue lace agate, and I would stick that in my bra next to my heart
Mm.
because that energy is always being felt. But I did the same thing with that. Help me, the intention in there was to help keep me calm all day and to not react in a negative way.
Hmm.
So, you know, and now, like I said, I am down to 2.5 milligrams. 2 weeks ago, my doctor said, we need to get you off. You're doing great. I'm like, bonus, right? But
Yeah.
it's in conjunction. She never told me, and I wouldn't go off the meds, but yet we were decreasing,
Okay.
decreasing,
Yeah.
decreasing. And so I never tell anybody to stop your meds or whatever. Crystals can help with so many different things, but you have to work in conjunction. And as you see your blood results coming down and blood pressure and your anxiety is dissipating, you know, then talk to your doctor and say, I'm really doing well. May I get off of this, or can we decrease the dose?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And a lot of times that's what happens. And I firmly believe in the energies that come from the crystals. And when you put your intention in each one, you can have 5 or 6 favorites. And every day grab that one and off you go. And today I am going to need this. And away you go. You can, there's so many different, there's over 5,000 crystals in the world today, and many more that they're discovering.
That's
So,
incredible. Yeah, and
yeah,
it's a huge number, so it can be really overwhelming to know what's going to work for you or how to even decide. I love that you put the intention into the crystal of inviting it to help you, to be a helper and an ally on your journey. Even just forming what that intention is or the affirmation that you want to have really supports the healing journey, doesn't it? It brings focus and clarity and really addresses the needs that we have. We actually acknowledge what we're needing and calling
exactly.
on that kind of support. Because you mentioned too, and how you actually got started on all this was when you were going through your divorce. So whether
Yeah,
it's a physical issue or a life situation, a breakup of a relationship, a spiritual issue, anything that is happening in our life, a crystal is there to support it. Probably many crystals can do this one thing. So, do you help people choose their crystals, or how do you advise them? I know some people maybe will be drawn to crystals, some go with suggested sources or research them. How do you go about choosing crystals?
well, it's different for everybody. But what I say to everybody is, um, you can look up crystals for your zodiac
Ah,
and start from there, because there
hmm,
are, certain ones that are good for your zodiac. But the other thing that I always tell people is this: if if it's if you're attracted to that crystal,
hmm,
you need those energies. Okay.
yeah,
So research, like for example, I've got a labradorite right here. So
hmm,
this labradorite, I'm trying to get the colors in there. Um, labradorite. Oh, I love labradorite. Well, and I have over, I don't even want to tell you how many labradorites I have, because it's pretty embarrassing. But, grab a little cabochon or a smaller tumble, right? And look it up. You don't have to buy the most expensive one, a small one for $3 or $4. Look
hmm,
up its properties. If it resonates with you, then that's what you need. If not, then put it aside and look at other ones. You don't, but if it's resonating with you, calling to you, you need the energies in those crystals. Now, I always tell people you don't have to follow your zodiac crystals, because there's many myths, and just choose the ones that you think you need for right now,
hmm,
and put your intentions in them, and you know go from there. Now, I have many customers that come to me, and we'll do a personal one-on-one in my home, and then I ask them certain questions. How are you feeling, what's happening, do you feel you're overwhelmed, that you're in a clutter? Okay.
hmm,
Then they answer to me, and then I start choosing. Well, you need this for this for that, and that for this.
hmm.
And I will clear them, put in the positive energy affirmations when they're here, and then send them home. And of course they pay for them to
Yeah.
but within a week they're phoning me, oh my God, this is fabulous. Can I get this in jewelry? Absolutely. I have
Mm.
bracelets. I make bracelets. These are ones that I purchased, right? But then I also have gorgeous cabochons.
Wow.
Okay, that wearing is half the battle. Okay, and you can buy little cabochons or little stones. Okay, this is an ocean jasper.
Oh, gorgeous.
Yes. Um, and you can stick them in your bra. You can put them in your pocket. You can carry them in your purse. And the energy is with you all day long.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So it helps all the changes. But you also have to work with positive affirmations,
Yeah.
meditation, smudging once in a while, cleansing them with selenite, to recharge them and
Mm-hmm.
to, just put the energies back in. And I swear by it. I swear.
Those are really important tips. And I know people always get caught up in all the details, right? Does the size matter? How many I have them? How often do I use them? Do I buy the polished or do I buy the tumbled or do I buy the raw? Do I, all of those things come in. And I think it's important and good to know how much you're emphasizing the intention and the energy that's put into it. Because if we're caught up in all the details and wanting to do everything right, that can kind of block the effect that the crystals can actually have bringing them into our life, right? And so
Yes.
how do you answer those kind of questions and kind of help people feel more at ease and trusting in what the crystals offer naturally to us?
Well, what I always suggest to everybody, is choose what you're drawn to, whether it's
Mhm.
raw, whether it's polished, a bigger stone, a smaller stone. I tell everybody start off with small ones. And once you really get into their energies and you're feeling that positiveness, then get into the bigger ones to feng shui your whole house.
Yeah.
You can decorate your home beautifully with crystals,
Mm.
um, and have those energies around you all the time. You can even grab a couple, put them in your office, right next to your workstation, right next to your computer. There are crystals for electromagnetic energies, the
Mhm.
EMFs. So you can get pyrite, you can get black tourmaline, various ones, and it actually helps keep those bad energies away, right? And wonderful. Whether you choose raw, that's your choice. I have customers that despise raw, and that's okay. They like the polish. So I have a variety of everything from raw to tumbled to towers, spheres, carvings. I have it all.
Mm.
I have it all. So I have, and even $3 items to $200 items,
Yeah.
right? So it's all in what you feel you need.
Yeah, and it sounds like building that relationship with your crystals as
Yes.
well, right?
Yes, it
And
is.
like
Yeah.
you say, what you're feeling drawn to, what you're attracted to, the intention you put into it, cleansing it, charging it, replenishing it, like all of the ways that we care for our crystals as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, and how
Yeah.
they can care for us. And even our home, you're suggesting. So the energies of our home even are in the people that are inhabiting that home. What are some of the crystals that are good to use in the home?
Well, I suggest selenite, whether it's in a sphere or a tower or just little sticks to place around your home in
Mm.
between your plants,
Mm-hmm.
right in your plants. Black tourmaline is another one for negative energies. Um, but a lot of it too comes down to shape, how you want the energies to come out of the crystals. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Um, so, for example, okay, this is a labradorite freeform,
Mm-hmm.
and the way it's carved, okay, there's a nice little rainbow right there, except it's not coming. But the energies, okay, come out all the sides because of the way it's carved. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Spheres are the same thing. They are round, but the energies come out everywhere on all sides. Towers and points, they come out at the top. Let me just grab. Okay. Oh, here. So here, this is a tower or a
Uh-huh.
point. the energies, okay, when you're meditating with them, the energies come down into the point and then come out all 6 sides.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
Now a sphere, as I was saying, the energies, because it's round, the energies come out all sides. So they're wonderful to radiate the energy in various different ways. Okay. Hearts and palm stones, because they're more of a carving, react or give off the energy much like spheres,
Okay.
because they're, you know, they're formed like a heart. Okay, let's do that. So the energies are carved and it comes out everywhere. Okay. So it all depends on what you feel you would like. But I advise everybody start small and then go big. Although I do have some customers that have gone just big. They don't like small, they just big,
Yeah.
big. The bigger the better, right? So, and that's okay. And it just depends on how you feel with it.
Sure.
I have a couple of customers that have yoga studios.
Mm-hmm.
And so, you know, they, you know, buy all new crystals, and, you know, when they're teaching their yoga, the energies are just wonderful, right? And their students keep coming back because the energies are so good in the studio.
Yeah.
And that's what you need to try, or I advise, to make your house that way. You have a wealth corner in your house, so you can put wealth crystals in that corner.
Oh, yeah.
You know, you can place black tourmaline near your front door to keep negative energies out and only let positive in, right?
Yeah.
So there's so much to learn, and, you know, a lot of questions to ask, because one crystal is not just for one person. And to do the feng shui, well, you can do whatever you want and feel,
Yeah. Yeah.
right? So it's amazing.
To really
It's
follow your
amazing.
inner guidance and what you're drawn to and what you feel you need at that time.
Exactly.
How you want to enhance your space or clear the space, or what it is that you need, what you need the crystal for, what you want it
Right.
to do. And you mentioned too about there's certain crystals that go along with the zodiac signs. So when you're talking about that, is it pertaining to the sun signs, or how does the zodiac constellations work for crystals?
Okay, so it does work with your actual sun signs. Okay,
Okay.
so for example, if you're um if you're a Scorpio,
Mm-hmm.
for example, I'm a Scorpio.
Okay.
So my birthstone is pink topaz, pink tourmaline, and of course, opal. Always has been, always will be through time. But other crystals good for me are obsidian, um, just off the top of my head, pink amethyst, selenite, um, just to name a few. And they are so good energies, right? I love them all. I just, you know, I'm in my own private collection. I probably have 2,000 crystals.
Wow.
Yeah. So they are, some are small, and I have big ones too.
Amazing.
So, and I have them all over the house, really.
So those sun sign crystals for Scorpio, for example, those are pertaining to what like a Scorpio's traits would be?
yes.
Bring those
And
out
some of
more?
them, yeah. And
Okay.
what they do for each zodiac, for example,
Mm-hmm.
it helps keep you calmer. Like as a Scorpio, I can be one that comes out double barrels blasting at people.
Mm-hmm.
Right? But all my crystals have kept me calmer, and people have noticed big changes in me. Wow, Liz, you've changed. Yes, I have. I don't blast. I just ponder, is it worth it? Bye-bye, you know.
Yeah.
And doing positive affirmations every day to help.
Yeah.
So, you know, you're keeping the positive in, the negative out. But and in general, Scorpios can be very competitive. but I'm still competitive, but I'm not in your face anymore competitive. I just like go with the flow. If I won today, great. Nah, tomorrow's another day. Who cares? It makes you calmer. And it does that with a lot of each different zodiac sign.
Okay.
It changes you, not overly, but your strong traits, it mellows them out. So you're not as aggressive, or you're not as fearful, or you're not as, what's the word I'm looking for? Intense. It calms you, right? That's a good word, intense. So it all depends what it is that you seek, and how to self-love.
Yes.
Okay. And how to change your overall demeanor to be more positive, and it all helps. So
be more balanced, more grounded, more positive, just to kind of bring it all into like an even keel, right?
Exactly.
A tranquil soul.
Tranquil soul. Absolutely.
I can see why you named your boutique that.
Yeah. Well, the other thing too, crystals work with your chakras, right?
Okay.
Okay. So red is root, and that's your base chakra. And crystals for that are anything black, deep reds, okay, brecciated jasper, carnelian, mahogany, obsidian, just to name a few, black tourmaline. Then we go up to your sacral chakra, which also includes, your jets, your obsidians. Carnelian comes into play. Okay, then we go to your sacral, which is yellow, or your solar plexus. Sorry, solar plexus is yellow. So then you can have citrine, you can have yellow calcite, you can have, I'm just trying to see what all I have yellow, golden phantom calcites, different, there's so many, even yellow mookaite jaspers. Okay. Then from your sacral, we go to your heart, which is green. Anything green, jade, amazonite, aventurine, various ones, blue apatite. Then we go to your throat chakra to help you speak, which is blue. So if you're having trouble public speaking, or you don't have a good voice, everybody steps over you. So you want people to hear you. So you work with blue crystals to help you balance and speak better, and to not be afraid to speak your mind with positivity, not negativity, positivity. Then we have your third eye, which is right about here. And those are purple or indigo. And some certain crystals, like lapis lazuli is blue, but lapis lazuli works for your throat and your crown eye. So some have dual. Okay. Then you have your crown chakra, okay, which is yellows and golds. So citrine can work in your crown, but golden healer can also work in your crown and your solar plexus. Of course, clear quartz is number one, right? So anything clear, white. However, smoky quartz is good for your crown chakra, as well as your root. So you get that balance all the way through. So there's so much, to learn and to just help you on your journey. It's not just about the crystal and the energies and the positive affirmations. It's about balancing those chakras and keeping everything aligned.
Yes. So how do we bring it all together? I think you had suggested that there was a gift that would bring this all together for everyone. So tell us a little bit about that, because we'll make sure that we have a link for that in the show notes as well.
Okay, so my freebie gift to everybody is 55 essential crystals. And in there, it's a list, and it has a photograph of the crystal, what chakra it works for, your zodiacs, and just a really quick 2 or 3 word definition. Anxiety, depression, for example, transformation, good luck, good energies, positive vibes, releasing negative energy, self-love, self-care. So, and it's wonderful. It is an awesome, awesome little thing I put together for people.
That
And it's
does
free.
sound awesome. And it's free, and it's so much value in that with the
Yes,
zodiacs and the chakras and the colors and those simple words that can help us remember. It's like, okay, what do I need today? Self-love. Okay, which crystal's that one? And then you can easily choose what might be needed for that time. So I love
exactly.
that. Thank you so much for offering that, Liz. We're going to make sure that we
Thank
have
you.
that in the show notes for people to grab. What, what if people want to connect with you? Where can they find you, Liz?
Well, I'm on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok.
Okay, fantastic.
Yes.
Yeah. Great. So
And
what's your
I'm
handle for those?
if you just type at Tranquil Soul Crystal Boutique, it will pop up and show you where I'm at in all of it because they're all linked. My Etsy shop will pop up as well. Although there's not too much in there at the moment because I'm transferring everything over to my website.
Uh-huh.
And that'll be ready here in the next couple of weeks as well. And I will be offering my Crystal Basics course.
Oh, fantastic.
Yes.
Great. Okay. So make sure, everyone, that you get that freebie and be able to connect and find Liz Mihaly on social. We'll have all the links available for you down below. Of course, there's going to be some free gifts from myself as well. And you can always reach me at lightingthepath.ca. We are here every week with an amazing guest on Awaken and Ascend. But I really want to thank you, Liz, for joining us today and sharing all about the crystal energy. I love everything that you shared, and you're just an amazing person, Liz. Thanks for being here.
Thank you, Jennifer. And I appreciate you reaching out to me to be on your show. I absolutely love it. Thank you so much.
I'm so glad, and I'm so grateful for each and every one of you that have been tuning in today. And I hope to see you again next week on Awaken and Ascend. We're here every Wednesday at 3 p.m. Pacific. See you next time. Bye for now.
Bye.